Ever wonder where your money goes every week? Well, here's how I spent my money this week: living on a budget, managing debt, and working toward financial freedom. Let's break it down together. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, The Rachel Show, where this is a channel about my entire life, I guess. This started off as an ASMR cleaning channel, and then it kind of just evolved from there because I was like, dang, I am missing out. I want to talk to the peoples. Like, I want to really connect. And I feel like this is such a good form of free therapy. I don't know if other people feel that way, because I know there's plenty of people that do not share and will never share their life online for strangers to critique them. And I also thought I was one of those people, like 2020, when everybody was hopping online and sharing all their tea and drama and life stories and all that. I was like, man, I don't think I can do that. That's not for me. But then I always saw the girls doing the ASMR aesthetic cleaning videos and restocking and all of that in 2020 and so on. And I was like, okay, I really want to be one of those girls. And when I move into that apartment in Florida, I'm going to do that. Because before this apartment, I was in a roommate situation. And yeah, I wasn't going to film in a roommate situation ASMR cleaning videos in my kitchen where I shared with other people that might walk in and all of that. And so I was like, okay, I moved here. I literally started recording and just trying to figure out what worked, what didn't. I was unemployed for 6 months, so I was really just figuring it out. And then, I don't know, somewhere along the way, I was like, man, I have such a testimony and a story, a life journey that I would love to share with the world. My life is somewhat unconventional, but really just boring and conventional. And I wanted to be able to inspire other single moms that were in the trenches, because I'm an empty nester now. I'm a grandma now. Both of my kids are grown and doing their own things. My youngest is just enlisted into the Army, and she's going through her school to pass her ASVAB test, and then she's off to basic and so on. And my oldest daughter just had a grandson. He's 6 months old as of yesterday. And yeah, so I feel like I've reached the other side of the chaos of single motherhood. And I always see these women online like complaining or sharing their stories and their difficulties and their ups and downs of single motherhood. And I was like, man, I could be such a testimony to those women that are going through the trials and tribulations of being a new single mom, being a new mom, going through the thick of being a single mom to, in co-parenting with someone that's very difficult to co-parent with, and so much. And I was like, I could be such a testimony that, I'm not living in a mansion and all that stuff, but there is light on the other side of the tunnel. And I've done and been through so much in my life in the last 14 years since getting divorced in 2011 and becoming an overnight single mom, when I got a text message that I was getting divorced, that my husband didn't love me in the middle of the night while I was at home taking care of sick kids. I was like, if that tells you anything right there about the man that I married and subsequently got divorced from, I don't know what will. So I was like, diving in and doing little short story times on YouTube and TikTok, and then that kind of just evolved. I saw the girls budgeting on their pages on YouTube and TikTok, and I was like, you know what? I need to budget, so I want to document this journey, and it's evolved. So now I kind of just share a little bit about everything about my life on this channel. I still do my ASMR cleaning videos. I love doing them. I love having a clean and ordered space. I feel like having a clean and ordered space keeps my mental clean and ordered. So yeah, I just do a little bit of everything on here. I thought that on Sundays when we do this weekly breakdown of expenses, that we could also maybe change it up a little bit and do some Q&As in there. So if you have any questions that you want me to answer next Sunday, leave them down in the comments of this video and I will pick some. If there's like a lot of questions, I'm not going to go through a lot of them, but I don't mind. I thought that'd be fun that every Sunday we kind of do a Q&A. We go over weekly expenses, and obviously I'm always going to chit chat your ear off like I've been doing for the last 5 minutes or 8 minutes or something about literally unrelated topics because I'm a literal chat box. My mom is too. That's where I get it from. My mom, God bless her soul. I love my parents. But I cannot stand when my mom visits or when I visit my mom. And my mom and dad are married and live together. When I visit and stay with them, or when they come and visit me, which they normally don't stay with me, because I only have 1-bedroom apartment. But, yeah, it's literally chatting from the time her eyes open in the morning to the time her eyes close in the evening. I kid you not. So if you wonder where I get all this chatty Cathy from, look no further than my mother. My dad he could go a whole lifetime without speaking any words and would be fine. My mom, on the other hand, would literally shrivel up and die if she could not speak throughout her entire day. Which I realize I'm being really annoying. Like my mom is really annoying when she chats all the time. Anyway, before we get into breaking down all the weekly expenses and money that I spent for the week, I wanted to go over my retirement, y'all, because I recently shared that I recently opened a Roth IRA and I'm contributing 2% of my paycheck pre-tax to my retirement account, my 401k, which is also matched by my employer. I think it's 4%, 4 point something percent. It's not 6%. I guess those days are long and gone. When I used to work at Truist, let's see, probably 2015, somewhere around there, 2015, 2016, I worked at Truist, and when I worked there, they still had the pensions. They were phasing out pensions. I remember them having a pension, I think, and it was like unheard of. I don't know if they still have it because I haven't worked there in a long time, but yeah, I was like, wow, a pension? No one has that anymore. Anyway, so my Roth IRA, I just opened that, and every month I'm just contributing $20, which I know isn't a lot, but while I'm in this phase of trying to build up my high yield savings account to be like my emergency fund, and I am trying to pay off my credit cards, I'm trying to put some money away in retirement and just not neglect those accounts like I've been doing in the past, neglecting by not opening them. So right now I've only got $20.18 in my Roth IRA. I contributed, or I opened up the account, $20 goes in, and then you have to go and buy something. And I bought an ETF that is an S&P 500 ETF, and I think it's IVB or VII. Oh, Lord. I just looked it up the other day. Let's look it up. I forget. Google's IVV S&P 500 ETF. Yes. Don't allow. Correct. Where's the thing? It's IVV. Yes, it's an S&P 500 ETF. I want to buy VOO, QQQ, and possibly a couple of others. I know that I have my eye on those. But it's kind of hard because I'm only contributing $20 a month. So eventually I would like to contribute a lot more, but we got to start somewhere. So we're going to start with that. And then I put in 2% of my pre-tax paycheck income into my 401k, and right now that is at $52.32 So go me. We will eventually contribute more than the 2%. They actually do have a method where I think each year it steps up 1% for the previous year. And I would love to start contributing more than my 2% this year. But if I can only contribute 2% each time I get paid this year, then, that's fine. We're doing what we can. But if I can, I'm going to try to step that up, but definitely going to do that 1% increase. Would love to do an extra 2 to 3% next year, since I'll be practically done with my credit card journey by the time January rolls around. I think I have on one credit card, I have February 2026 as my last payment on that one. And then my other one, I have June 2026 as my last payment on that one. And that's the one where I have to pay $348.37 on that one. So that will still be a little bit of a stretch if I'm still paying on those in January. But I'm going to try to do a step up of at least 1%, if not more. Okay, I think that's all that we can chat about that. We're going to get into what I spent my money on this week. But before we do, you guys know the drill. I'm 42 years old. I live in the Tampa Bay area. I rent this lovely apartment. Paid off my car in 2023. I have a Jeep Cherokee. Not the Grand Cherokee, just the basic Cherokee. And I get about $75,000 prior to taxes in my salary. I'm a salary employee, a corporate girly. And let's see, what else? I'm a grandma. I'm an empty nester. And I have a cute French bulldog. I don't know if you can see her. I don't know if she's showing up, but she's back there on the couch preening herself with her licky-loo of her little paws over there. It looks like. Correct. She is licking one of her paws. I think that's all. So let's get into how I spent my money this week. And remember, we budgeted on Friday for February. But, because we got to pay our rent and stuff for that paycheck, because we don't get paid again until the 7th. But we are still technically in January. Obviously, it's only January 26th, I think. And so we're going to keep rolling on in the January budget sheet and go over everything that I spent for the week in there, because I'm trying to track my expenses and do a monthly breakdown at the end of the month, and then I want to do an annual breakdown at the end of the year, do a wrap situation. So there's that. Okay, I keep forgetting, but this is such a good segue before we start the expense wrap, that don't forget to go to my Stan store. It is in the link of every video that I post in the description of all my long form videos. Go down there, click on the description of the video. You will be able to access 12 months of budgeting. I have built an entire Excel workbook. It is a Google Sheet, so you guys can download it offline. You can work on it online, but you're going to be able to create your own copy. Everybody has their own copy. All the formulas are done in there. All you got to do is punch in your little numbers each week. Your budgeting, your tracking of your savings, your tracking of your debt. Literally everything is built out in each one of these sheets, and they've created an entire workbook, so you got 12 months worth of budgeting. So just head to the description of this video, click the link, and you'll head right over to my Stan store, and you'll be able to get your budgeting template, and then we can budget together. I'm so excited, y'all! And if you want any customizations, or you need any help, or have any questions, you guys know where to reach me. So don't feel shy or bashful about reaching out. If there's any problems, you want customizations or anything with your budgeting workbook for 2025. It's never too late to get started. We're still in January, so it's never too late. Okay, now we're going to get into how I spent my money this week. Let's do it. I know you guys are annoyed at me. I'm literally so annoying. And people always tell me that I talk like a 12-year-old or something, but I literally don't want to be an old, crusty lady, okay? I never will be an old, crusty lady. I'm only 42 years old also, like, I'm not a 60-year-old librarian, okay? Get with the program. I'm chronically online, y'all. Okay, so groceries, I spent 100 and if this thing would, okay, I might be 42, but I have bad vision, so I need this thing to be bigger for me. Okay, groceries. Oh, we are in week 4. So groceries is $126.83. My daughter, I sent her $40 last week because she went to go visit her dad. She needs some airport food money, and I will always be helping out my kids when they need it. And she was traveling back from visiting her dad. I picked her and my grandson up yesterday at the airport, and I sent her another $40 to go get more airport food and snacks. You know, she's breastfeeding. She's got to eat she literally eats like so much food, which, you know, I mean, if I was breastfeeding too, I guess I'd be eating a freaking foreign army as well. And she's literally so skinny mini. I'm like, how do you do it? So I sent her $40. Gas is $26.98. I actually, in my gas, I put $2.50 in that category too, because I had to put air in my tire because, you know, we got a cold snap here in Florida and my tire pressure was a little low. So I just included it in the gas because I want to do like a pie chart and I don't want too many random other expenses and miscellaneous items out there, because I need to figure out why, but there was, for some reason, when I did the pie chart, when I was doing it last year, some of the expenses weren't showing up, and I was thinking because it was like, maybe I had too many categories, so I'm trying to be consistent with the categories. I don't know. Anyway, in my gas, there is the gas that I spent was like $24.48. And then $2.50 to put air in my tire. Car wash. My car wash membership is $48.12. Scout's food, that includes her hydrolyzed protein treats and her hydrolyzed protein kibble. It is Royal Canin, and we get it from Chewy.com. It's so nice. It's on a subscription, so it comes every single month. And yeah, she has to have the hydrolyzed protein, so she's a little special queen. I spent $78.01 on that, and then $20 went to my Fidelity account, my Roth IRA that we opened. And then Scout, I had to take her to the vet on MLK Day, which I think was last Monday. I took her. Yeah, because this is Sunday, so we're doing everything from the week that we just spent. So yeah, that makes sense. On Monday, I took Scout to the vet. She got a nail trim because she was overdue for a nail trim. And she got these wipes. I forget what brand they are, but I love them. I can't remember what they are. If I can find them on Chewy or online, I'll put a little picture of them. Because if you have a dog and you use like wipes, especially, I don't know if boy dogs are like this, but I basically am a female gynecologist for doggies, I feel like. If that tells you anything, female dogs, you have to get up in the inner workings of their body to keep them clean. And Scout is always getting a freaking yeast infection. I don't know what it is. She eats strict hydrolyzed protein diet. She gets her allergy shots about every month or every other month, and she still gets like built up of yeast. So I have to get these wipes to like clean off her cookie. We'll call it that. So yeah, got the wipes, got her nail trim, and then she got her Cytopoint allergy shot, which she has to get about once a month or once every other month. It just, when I see her like licking her paws or, you know, she's getting a yeast infection, like it's time, you know. She's such a handful. I love her, but she is costing me an arm and a leg. But someone did recommend to get this thing off Amazon. I'll put it right here. If you guys have ever tried it, let me know in the comments if you like it, because my vet, like the lady that works the front desk at the vet's office, she has French bulldogs, a few of them. She has been using this stuff. She loves it, and she keeps trying to put me onto it because she said that her dogs got off their Apoquel shots. Okay, what are you doing, ma'am? Got off their Apoquel shots, and that they don't have a lot of, like, allergy-presenting symptoms and stuff. So I think I might pull the trigger on payday, which will be February 7th. I forgot what month we were in. So I might get that. It's in my Amazon cart. You guys let me know. I need to know if it's worth getting. Anyway, I spent $146.98 at the vet. So my subtotal of expenses is $486.92. You guys already know how much of my money was left over from this, because I literally told you that I brought $357.08 left over from this paycheck to my February to be able to spend to pay for my bills. This is kind of crazy that we're still in January, and technically we still have one more week until January is over. I think it ends, what day is the 31st? Where's my calendar? We don't have like a full week. No, we do have a full week. So February, I guess, starts next Saturday. So I'm going to do a monthly wrap on my expenses next week. We'll do a monthly wrap. We'll do a weekly wrap. All of that in one kind of video. And I can't wait to see how much I spent. January has been a little odd because technically January 1st started on a Wednesday. So I started tracking my expenses from there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically, not 5 full weeks, obviously, but 5. The way I had to log it is I did 5 weeks of expenses because we have that like few days in the first of the month from the 1st through the 4th. And, whatever I bought on Sunday, the 5th, before I like logged my expenses. Because I usually go and get groceries like anywhere between Friday and Sunday. So I went and got groceries this morning, and those are encompassed in this weekly wrap that I just did, as well as everything from the entire week, because I went and took Scout to the vet on Monday. So we have another week until we can do like a weekly wrapped and a monthly wrapped, but I can't wait. I'm going to do an entire pie chart. I'm going to try to figure out why. Someone brought this up last month when I was doing the pie chart, that there was expenses that weren't on the pie chart. So that's why I say like maybe there's just too many categories, but it's like there's things I can't just lump into random categories. So I don't really know. Anyway, whatever. If I need to simplify some of the categories, then we'll worry about that then, but I don't know. Oh yeah, one other thing. Someone asked me what I was going to do with my tax return. Excuse me. And if I get any money back in taxes, which I have absolutely no idea if I will. I haven't even looked into that. But if I get any money back, that will go back into this business of filming my entire life for the internet. I want to get a camera to film on, to take pictures on. I think it would be so much fun to have like a camera that, I don't really know anything about cameras. I have to do some research, but can you film on one that's also good for pictures as well? So I would love to have one like professional kind of camera for family photos with like my grandson, but also I want to film my content on it. And I want to get any kind of setup equipment that I would need with that. Piece by piece by piece, because I don't think if I get anything back it will be much of anything, and I might have to like budget and use some of my paycheck money to put with my return if I get anything back, to like kind of buy like the camera that I want and stuff. I have my eye on a few, but I don't know all the bells and whistles and haven't done all my research. And if anybody at Canon or Sony watches this video and literally wants to give me a free camera, I literally will owe you my life. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. If I get any money back in taxes, I will be pouring it back to getting a camera for my content. I need to up it. I'm filming on an iPhone 11, literally. Okay, I love y'all, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to put your questions in the comment section. Mwah!